In today's episode, we're going to show you just how much money we make with our HomesteadHow sign business. And we'll give you some tips in case you want to start your own. Hey guys, it's Jen from HomesteadHow. Today I'm going to be showing you the #1 way I contribute and make money for our homestead. When we buy equipment for our homestead, we always ask ourselves, how will this make money for us? I really wanted a Cricut machine, and I justified purchasing it with a plan to make money using my Cricut machine. How did I make money to purchase one? I sell at flea markets with my youngest triplet, Emma. I go door to door, so to speak, store to store, I guess you could say, and see if I can get my work in consignment shops, or some shops even just outright buy stuff from me, customized, or just what I have on hand. So that's another way I can make money, and that's how I actually purchased my Cricut machine that I use. I justified that by selling things and making up the money for it and seeing if I can make money on it. And every month I've been getting a check from a local store here that we have in town, which is really nice. So the most profitable way that I make my money through my I Create Crafts and HomesteadHow is actually customized signs or mugs or t-shirts.
We go on? What do I say? So this is nice and warm. Jen made me my sweatshirt, HomesteadHow Learn With Us, and a t-shirt. That's pretty cool. Now you gotta put a little YouTube thing there for me.
My name has gotten out there from when I sell at flea markets or when I sell store to store with my products. People like things and then my card's in it, so they can contact me and say, hey, I like this, but can you make it in this color or this design? And I've gotten quite a few of those. So it gets to be fun when you have custom orders and you know people are liking your thing. So another tip is don't get frustrated if your stuff doesn't start to sell right away. It took me a little bit to get my Etsy store up and running. Once I did, I had some more business coming in. So the #1 tip I would give for that is, unfortunately, start your prices out lower. The rule of thumb is you want to price your stuff out 3 times the amount you put in for supplies. So like for my mugs, I normally sell them between $8 and $10. But when I first started, I started out on like $4 or $5. So I lost money on it with the shipping and the time that I put into it. But I also have really good reviews of people saying how much they like it. So that's my tip for you, is if you're going to sell stuff and you want to get your name out there, unfortunately, you have to start your prices a little bit lower. But once you start going, you can raise those prices up because people are really going to want what you do. And you could do this as a business or a hobby. Mine started out as a hobby, and then I found out, hey, I'm making money. So that is how I help with the homestead and how I afford my Cricut items and everything, is through this. So it's fun for me and it's a job, so it could be for you as well. Another tip for you is I shop at Menards, and I normally go when they have the 11% off, which I really like. It's not too much, but it's better than nothing. So I go to Menards, that's where I get my wood from. And I take, I try to figure out what kind of signs I will make out of what size wood. So I normally get the 10 or 12 feet pieces of wood, and then I cut it up and figure out how many signs I can get out per piece of board. One thing I did not do really well, and I wish I would have when I started, was write down how much my items were that I purchased versus how much I sold for it. So I didn't do that, so I'm starting to do it now, and I do see a income and a nice profit coming in. So when you go to the store and you get your boards, or you go and get your vinyl from Amazon or wherever you get it from, always write down how much money you're spending on it. Some things that you're going to need to make the wood sign for your homestead or for fun are obviously a Cricut machine or a silhouette or something that will cut out some vinyl or stencil for you. You can purchase your stencils on Etsy. You can contact me through HomesteadHow or I Create Crafts, and I would be more than happy to make you something that you can use. You need a chop saw or some kind of saw to cut your wood with. You need a router if you want the edges to be nice. You need a sander, some paint or spray paint, or even stain if you want. I'm going to do a base white color, and then for my letters I'm going to do black. But those are just some of the things that you're going to need. Most people have those around their house already, except for the Cricut machine. Okay, so now for the fun part. I'm going to show you how much money we actually made on these signs.